All right. Hey everyone, good evening. How's everyone feeling tonight? I hope you're all doing well and staying healthy. I'm so excited to be here with you all virtually in this case, all the way from Davao City. It's amazing what technology can do, isn't it? We are here to add value to your evening no matter where you are. And I'd love to know a bit more about our participants tonight. Can you please type in the chat box? Where are you joining us right now? All right, can you type in your city or the country? Maybe if you're an OFW or you're residing in another country. Ayan, we have here someone from Cebu, no? So, maayong gabi diha, sir or ma'am, no? So, I think mga Bisaya speaking people there. Mayong gabi sa tanan. We also have people here from Makati, La Union. So welcome po to those in Luzon. More people here from Cebu, but I think this time around a province in Cebu in Argao. No, so I'm parang ano, you have also some nice na mga locations there sa Argao. And more people, another one from Pasig, no? So welcome po. And another person din from here in Mindanao sa Cagayan de Oro, no? So may gabi. And I know Chada dira sa CDO, no? So I hope yeah, usually ganun yung term from people in CDO. They have that lingo. Ayan. How about the others? We have people here from Cainta, more people from Cebu. Seems like ang dami from the Visayas area tonight. OFW here from Sweden, no? So also a nice place. Marikina, Rizal, yan, Dumaguete. No, seems like ang daming attendees from the Visayas area, from Cebu, from Dumaguete, no? So thank you po for sharing where you are joining us tonight, and thank you for participating in tonight's session. I'd like to welcome the 27 participants that we have currently. And it's really nice to see many Filipinos coming together to learn how to invest for generations. So thank you again for joining us tonight. In this case, this is a Fun Smart Learning Series session. But before we dive into the exciting world of investing, let me quickly introduce myself. I am JP Billones, your host for tonight. I serve as the Business Development and Market Education team of First Metro Securities here in Mindanao. And we are all about empowering you to reach your financial goals. And our vision is to be your go-to partner for all your investment needs. It's an honor to be your host tonight. So let's make this an informative and inspiring session. Now, for years, I've been lucky enough to work with FirstMetroSec. Actually, I was a client first before I joined the ranks. No, I actually attended one of the sessions as well, and I was inspired what the team that time was doing. No, so fortunately, there was an opportunity, and in our case, we're not just about making money. We're also about empowering you with the knowledge and tools to make smart investment choices. My team and I love inspiring people to level up their money game and discover legit, affordable, and accessible investment opportunities. And tonight, we've got a special treat. Our partners from First Metro Asset Management are here to share their expertise on mutual funds and why they are a fantastic choice for Filipinos building their future wealth. First, let me share to you my story. I used to have an above average paying job, but for some reason, I kept getting caught in this cycle. Like many of us, I work very hard to earn income, but I easily get into a lifestyle of instant gratification. Like bumibili ako ng gamit kahit hindi ko naman talaga kailangan at gumagastos ako kahit hindi ko pa siya afford. Paminsan nakakalimutan ko rin si Judith, no? If you know her, no? Yung due date ng kuryente, tubig, sasakyan, bahay at iba pa. These are financial responsibilities, so we have to pay for them. And may mga instances din na napasobra tayo ng gastos, so I live beyond my income. And because of that, wala akong naiipon na pera. Now, Pag na-short naman ako or nagkaroon ng emergency, wala akong choice kundi mangutang. Para mabayaran ng interest, kailangan ko mas kumayod sa trabaho at maghanap ng extra source of income. Now, I used to be stuck in this cycle, but what I realized is that I was not alone. Many Filipinos struggle with similar money problems. And did you know that one of the biggest culprits is spontaneous spending without a plan? Did you know that a whopping 33% of Filipinos spend more than they earn? Ibig sabihin, 1 in every 3 Filipinos are struggling financially. And it's likely because 54% of Filipinos admit to not having a budget, no? Imagine, para kang nagnanavigate ng finances mo from point A to point B without a map or plan to guide you, no? And sometimes that's the reality for many of us. Now, maybe you can point of reflection, no? No need to chat them. But siguro, how about you guys, no? Fellow Filipinos, do we actually budget for our salaries? And even though we budget, are we actually spending less than what we receive? No, I think that's a timely, no? Parang 1 week, it's already 22. So 1 week siya before when most people receive their salaries. So now, what happens when you combine impulse spending with a lack of budgeting? Unfortunately, it often leads to another major money problem of Filipinos, a weak savings culture. Did you know that 44% of Filipinos, almost half of the population, are unbanked and they don't have any formal accounts? That means millions of our kababayans are excluded from the financial system. And syempre, it makes it harder to save and grow their money. But even with those with accounts, the situation is not much rosier. A staggering 63% of Filipinos admit to not having any savings. Now, think about it. If we don't have a safety net of savings, even a small unexpected expense can throw us off balance. Now, unfortunately, this money problem makes Filipinos vulnerable again to another type of problem. Syempre, if we don't have any savings, Filipinos are also missing out on legitimate investment opportunities. And they can actually use this for wealth creation or build a long-term financial security for their financial future. We can see that in statistics because only 1% of Filipinos invest in stocks, bonds, and in funds. So maybe you can chat now who here has an existing form of investment already. Mapa stocks man yan, bonds, or mutual funds. So can you please type in me? Yan. Yan, we have here a person, nag-PM lang po siya sa amin sa host and panelist na yung budgeting style daw is guesstimate, no? Yung tipong siguro iniisip lang, no? Basta ganun yung ganun yung budgeting, no? But the challenge here, if you're going to guesstimate your budgeting, sometimes we have a lot of justifications, no? So, yan. I'm happy a lot of people have mentioned me. So I think many of you are already investors, and I'd like to congratulate you because you are already part of the 1% who are actually investing. Now, for those of you who are actually here to educate yourself more, to learn more how to invest for generations or for your future, I'd also like to congratulate you because learning is actually the first step to becoming more aware of these investment opportunities. Of course, I don't recommend that you invest into something that you do not understand. Kaya this situation, financial literacy sessions like this is very important. Now, this brings us back to our Fund Smart Learning Series webinar tonight, wherein we will discuss how Filipinos can invest for generations. And because our discussion is about mutual funds, we figure it would be best to tag our mutual fund experts along. That's why we have here esteemed guest speakers from our sister company, First Metro Asset Management. And I know you're very already. And again, kung meron po kayong tanong sa presentation po tonight, feel free to ask them in the Q&A panel rather than the chat box because sometimes there tends to be some engagement with our audience. So better to put it in the Q&A panel. And with that, let's get to know our guest speakers. And we're honored to have us tonight two guest speakers. We have Miss Charlotte Pangilinan and Mr. Mark Keng. Now, allow me to introduce first Miss Charlotte. She is a trainer in First Metro Asset Management. She actually completed her Bachelor in Secondary Education, major in Filipino degree at the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng ng Maynila. She also passed her licensure examination for teachers in May 2018. She is also a certified investment solicitor with 7 years of experience in banking and finance industry and also in the training industry. So later, Ms. Charlotte will be speaking in the second half of our webinar. Now, joining her as well is Mr. Mark Keng. He is the head of partnership distribution channel of First Metro Asset Management. He has 24 years of distinguished experience in the banking and finance industry. Marky excels in steering Metrobank 520 Luzon branches, Luzon agency, and third-party distribution for First Metro Asset Management. Now, his career is marked by a legacy of excellence in leadership across banks, insurance, and fintech sectors, earning him numerous individual accolades and leadership recognitions. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration degree from the Philippine School of Business Administration. Now, without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Mark Keng. Go ahead, Sir Mark.
Yeah, thank you very much, JP, for that introduction. So, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. And actually, I think the participants are still adding, dumadagdag pa. And we would like to thank everyone for giving us their time to at least share with you what is in store for you for parang mabigyan namin kayo ng additional information how to save and how to plan for your future. Yan. So kanina I saw the participation of everyone, no? We have participants all over the country and we also have participants abroad. I saw from Switzerland. Ayan. Thank you very much for joining in. And right now I would like to request everyone, no, to use the chat box this time because I'll be asking some question and I hope you can assist us to make this session lively. So from time to time, I'll be asking you to input or to use the chat box to respond. And of course, if you have question, use our separate portion, parang venue for that. We have a question and answer portion for that. Ayan. So I hope everyone's doing well. So let's proceed with our discussion. Ayan. So we will be teaching you a Filipino future investing for generation. Ayan. So when we hear, no, pag narinig natin investing for generation, ano ang unang pumapasok sa ating isipan? Can anyone share sa chat box ano na iisip nila? Is it about your apo? Is it about your retirement? Is it about a property, buying a property in the future? Building, ayan, that nice one, building generations wealth. That's a good answer. How about the others? Ano ba? Para ba sa iyong retirement? Para ba sa iyong family, di ba? Generations to come, this is a good answer. For property, for business, ano ba? Ano ba yung naiisip nyo when investing for generation ang napag-uusapan? Retirement, yan. How about the others? Share nyo naman. Legacy to your family, leaving a legacy, ayan. So that's very, very straight to the point answer. Ayan, maraming salamat po. So, ayan, wait lang, nawala yung mouse ko. Ayan, okay. So actually, no, allow me to share to you a verse sa Bible. Sabi sa Bible, Proverbs 13:22, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Ayan. So it doesn't mean na man lang, no? So that's everyone. Ibig sabihin, if you're a responsible parent or a responsible person, you will make sure that you will leave an inheritance to your children's children. Ayan. So when you say about Filipino generation or saving for generation, it's about leaving a legacy. Ayan. So meron nakasapul, no? Straight to the point. Leaving a legacy to your family or legacy to your family. Now, there are a lot of ways, no, to leave a legacy to your family. And of course, sabi nga dyan, we should not use our kids or our children as our retirement fund. Tama po ba yon? Pakitype naman sa chat box na yes, if you believe na hindi dapat ang anak natin ang magiging retirement natin. Ayan, definitely, no? So once we become parents, no, we also have to make sure that we also have our own savings, no? Para when we retire, hindi tayo magiging reliant sa ating mga anak. Actually, common mistake ng mga Filipino people is that once they have, parang pag nagkaroon sila na anak, napatapos nila sa pag-aaral, they expect, no? Most parents, they expect that their children will help them until they leave the world, di ba? Until mawala sila sa mundo. Expected nila that their children will be the one to sustain or i-finance sila until mawala sila. But of course, if we're a responsible parent, hindi dapat ganon, di ba? We should create savings para at least once, no, na hindi na tayo capable to work, we have our own finance or we have our own funds to fund our needs in the future. Ayan. So ito po, very useful. So let's keep it, no, sa ating mga sarili kasi this is very useful. Actually ako, yan yung sinisimulan kong gawin ngayon because I don't want to parang rely sa mga anak ko or sa anak ko lang, isa lang naman. Once I reach retirement. Ayan. But then again, what's in store for us today? Ayan. So we would like to help young generations or even us, no, by sharing proven financial practices to create a more responsible Filipinos. Ayan. Ready na po ba tayo? Do we want to learn? Pakitype naman po ng one if you want sa chat box. If you want to know or if you think you still need to know how to save, pakitype naman po ng one sa ating mga chat box. Ayan, maraming salamat po for your participation. Ayan. So actually, this will just be simple tips, no, that we will be sharing to you. Hindi naman siya sobrang scientific yan. It's just simple tips. But before we go to that, no, tanong ko lang po, ano po yung mga kasabihan na commonly na-encounter nyo or alam nyo when it comes to Filipino? Meron po ba tayong mga alam na kasabihan sa Filipino? Pakitype naman po, medyo mahaba yan. So I'll give you time to type it sa ating chat box. Ano yung mga kasabihan na naiisip nyo when it comes to savings? Mga Tagalog na kasabihan. Ayan, kapag may sinuksok, may madudukot. Ayan, number one in mind yan. How about the others? Alam ko medyo challenging sa pag-type, no? But we want to check, no? Pare-parehas ba tayo ng mga naiisip when it comes to kasabihan ng mga nanay natin, kasabihan ng mga lola at lola natin, no? Pagdating sa pag-iipon. Ayan. Sige po, tignan natin kung meron pa po tayong makukuwang sagot. Ayan. Someone's typing. Ayan, kung maiksi ang kumot, matutong mamaluktot. Ayan, nakakatuwa, no? Kasi actually, no, yung mga tinype po ninyo, pasok po yan. So, yan po yung mga na-identify natin. But if you have other kasabihan na nasa isip ninyo, you're free to share it with us. At least, no, it will give others an idea. Ano yung mga kasabihan na tinuturo sa atin ng mga magulang natin or ng mga lolo natin? So, totoo yan. Sabi nga, kung may tinanim, may aanihin, di ba? Kapag may isinuksok, may madudukot. Kapag may tiyaga, may nilaga, hard work, di ba? And kapag maiksi ang kumot, matutong mamaluktot. Ubus-ubus biyaya pagkatapos nakatunganga. Ayan. So, these kasabihan, no, for generation, tinuruan niyan tayo, kumbaga, naging parang point of reference natin yan for us to save. Diba? Kasi if you can remember, there's a portion in the Bible about Joseph. Yan. Si Joseph, di ba, nung napunta siya sa Egypt, di ba, ang nangyari, I'm not sure if it's Joseph, but I think it's Joseph. Yeah, Joseph the Dreamer. Ayan. Kumbaga, tinuruan niya yung Pharaoh how to save, di ba? Nag-save sila, nag-impact sila. Para pag nagkaroon ng famine, they have grains, di ba, to eat. So it's the same, di ba? Yan yung tinuro sa atin ng mga minuno natin, ng mga lolo't lola natin na at times of pagka marami ka, if you have a lot, save. And then once wala na, that's the time you spend. And actually, sa church din namin, we are taught, no, parang save in the good times, spend in the bad times. Ayan. Kasi we never know when or kailan magkakaroon ng pangangailangan. Just like what happened year 2020, no? Does anyone here expected or anticipated na magkakaroon ng pandemic? Pakitype naman po ng yes if you expected. Pakitype naman po ng no if you didn't expected na magkakaroon ng pandemic 2020. No, and definitely no. Walang naka-anticipate, di ba? Walang nakaalam, di ba? Even yung mga famous na nagfo-forecast or nagsasabi ng prediction, they didn't predicted exactly kailan magkakaroon ng pandemic. But then again, it happened. But ang tanong ko, prepared ba tayo when it happened? Pakitype naman po ng 1 if you're prepared. Pakitype naman po ng 2 if you were not prepared. Wala pong ano to, no judgment po. This is a free country. Yan. We want to know lang, were you prepared? Financially, were you prepared? Yan, 1 or 2. 1 if you're prepared, 2 if you're not. And exactly, no? Ate, some prepared, some not. So anong ano doon? Ano ang catch doon? So we need to save. Now ang tanong, how do we save? And so we have 3 choices. I think I presented this before and I hope you remembered it. First one is income less expense is equals to savings. Second is expense less income is equals to debt. And the last one is income less savings is equals to expense. Yeah. Now, pakitype naman po, 1, 2, 3. If you think income less expense is equals to savings, please type 1. If you think expense less income is equals to debt, please type 2. If you think income less savings is equals to expense, please type 3. Ano po yung sa tingin ninyong ideal way to save money? Ayan, number 3, no? Ayan. So I think naka-attend na yata kayo last time. Kaya alam na ninyo ang sagot. Ayan. Alright. Okay. So actually, the answer is yes. Income less savings is equals to expense. So ideally, when we speak or when we think about savings, we should, after we earn our income, we should set aside savings first. Para at least kung ano yung matira, yun yung i-spend natin. Dito nag-a-apply yung sinasabing pag maiksi ang kumot, matutong mamaluktot. Right? So ibig sabihin kung yun lang, yun lang. You don't overspend. You don't ubus-ubus biyaya and then nakatunganga. Ayan. So doon pumapasok yung mga kasabihan natin, di ba? Kasi kapag may sinuksok, may madudukot. Diba? If you save, meron kang madudukot. Now, in saving, ano ba yung mga dapat natin gawin? So first of all, we have to identify a goal. Diba? As mentioned earlier, ano ba yung mga goal ninyo? Diba? Ano ba yung purpose? Why you are saving? Diba? Is it for your retirement? Is it for your educational fund ba yan ng children? Or to buy a property? Ayan. So, diba? Yan yung mga goals. And our goals should be smart. Diba? Specific. Diba? Measurable, attainable, and time-bound. Ayan. So, dapat ganun siya. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya imposible. Hindi pwedeng sabihin, bawa ang goal mo, gusto ko maging milyonaryo. But then again, you're not really doing something to reach that goal. Diba? So it should be smart, kumbaga. And at the same time, no, when you have a goal, you should monitor your expenditure. Once you plan for your future or once you parang decided na sige, I will save because I want my children to be to retain their financial status or their lifestyle. So dapat you should keep track of your expenses. Ayan, di ba? On a regular basis, dapat ko pa ba tong igastos or dapat pa ba akong bumili nito? Ayan. And then adapting this practice will help you in control of your finances. Kasi if you start monitoring your expenditure, minsan, pag pumasok ka sa isang store, di ba, mag-window shop ka lang. Kasi alam mo na it's beyond your means. Ay, hindi siya pwede. Hindi siya pasok sa budget. Di ba? So you should monitor your expenditure. And at the same time, you should create your budget. Ang tanong po, ayan, alam po ba natin mag-create ng budget? And of course, no, lahat tayo, we know how to create our budget kasi it depends on our needs. But at the same time, we have to make sure na estimate natin how much ba ang nare-receive natin on a monthly basis. That is after deduction. So hindi pwedeng gross, di ba? Hindi ka pwedeng mag-rely sa gross mo. Kasi remember, we also have our obligation sa ating sovereignty or sa ating country. Ang tanong po, ang tanong po dyan is, dapat ba, ano ba yun, nawala yung tanong, sorry. Ayun, ang tanong po is, dapat ba yung ating budget or yung ating budget is joint ba? Kumbaga, kung married ka, joint ba dapat yung budget natin? Pakitype po, 1 or 2. Kasi di ba merong mag-asawa in charge sa ganito, meron naman na hindi. So dapat ba ang budget natin is yung joint? Kumbaga, kung ano na-receive ng asawa, ano na-receive ng girl or ng boy, dapat ba joint siya? And ano po yung sa tingin po ninyo or ano po yung practice ninyo? Type 1 if you think it should be joined, type 2 if not. Yan po. I just want to know. Yan. Okay. Yan. So all of us know we have our own opinions when it comes to that one. But at the same time, actually when it comes to creating a budget, there should be a joint, parang joint budget, di ba? Parang meron kayong isang budget that is intended na, joint tayo dito Kasi para at least, no, you can take control. Ano ba yung dapat sa family nyo? Ano din yung hindi dapat sa family nyo? And you should make a detailed list. Para saan ba yan? Sa grocery, sa house loan, sa travel, para sa car insurance, medicine, etc. So that's why very important na sa couple, meron kayong joint budget for your expenses para at least meron kayong parang accountability to your family. Yan, next po natin. Okay, and then you have to spend wisely. Ayan, sabi nga in investing, it is essential na dapat you spend wisely para at least you can also start your parang passive income in the future. Kasi remember, you should not rely on your your salary alone, and you should make sure na in the future magkakaroon ka rin ng another source of income para you can sustain your lifestyle. Ayan. So ang tanong po dyan, how much ba dapat ang ating kinecreate na emergency fund? Kasi po, when you spend wisely, dapat meron kang emergency fund. And sabi nga, rule of thumb, dapat at least 3 months of your monthly living expense ay nasa ating savings account if you are employed. But if you are self-employed, dapat meron kang 6 months at least living expenses sa iyong savings account. Ayan. So ibig sabihin, you created the budget, you spend wisely, but at the same time, you should create an emergency fund. Para if magkaroon ka ng, like for example, what happened in the pandemic, if that happens, meron kang madudukot. Right? Meron kang prepared. You're prepared for that. And at the same time, living within our means. Evaluate your income and expense. Know the difference between needs and wants. Stop comparing your life to others. Ayan. So ang tanong po dyan, sino po dito madalas nagfe-Facebook? Type po me. Lahat naman po tayo guilty. So yan, I just want to know, sino po dito madalas nagfe-Facebook? Pakitype po ang me if you are, if you have Facebook or if you have social media. Ayan, sige po. Let me see po. Sino po bang mga nanonood ng mga reels? Yan, nanonood ng mga TikTok. Yan. So yan we have Facebook and sometimes browsing social media, it gives us parang thought, 'di ba? Nagkakaroon siya ng ay buti pa siya ganyan. Ay buti pa sila nagpunta sa ganyan. Do not compare yourself with them. Kasi when you do that, that's the time na magkakaroon ka ng temptation, 'di ba, to spend, 'di ba? That's the time na nagkakaroon ka ng temptation na sige nga gayahin ko siya. Ay sige nga ganun. Yun, do not compare yourself with others. I'm not saying don't browse Facebook. No, you can browse Facebook, but you have to practice self-control. Ayan. Sabi nga din sa Bible, the Holy Spirit is producing me a lot, like producing me fruit of love, joy, peace, patience, and ang pinakadulo po nun is self-control. Ayan. So, pag meron po tayong self-control, di ba, nagkakaroon ka ng at least freedom sa sarili mo na if you see something on social media, hindi siya nagkakaroon ng temptation tayo sa'yo na mag-spend. So yun, you can just browse social media, but then again, do not compare yourself with others. Because ang purpose mo nga is to save for your generation, future. Ayan. And then save money for expensive things. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Kasi there will be times na you would really want something. Tama po ba? Pakitype naman po if sometimes you have a wish list. Pakitype po ng 1 if you have a wish list. Napapadaan ka sa isang bagay sa Shopee, diba, sa Lazada, or even sa mga apps na nagbebenta. Diba meron tayong mga wish list? Or if we go sa mga mall, nakakita tayo ng magandang TV, nakakita tayo ng magandang appliances or furniture, diba? Meron tayo niyan. So, save for expensive things, di ba? Ibig sabihin, kanina sinabi ko nga, monitor your budget, spend wisely, live within your means. So, doon pa rin papasok yung kanina sinabi natin na income less savings is equals to expense. Kasi if you are saving for something expensive, so itatabi mo na yon, uunti-untiin mo na siya. Di ba? Do not live outside of your means. Kumbaga, pag masikip ang kumot, matutong mamaluktot. Kasi kung hanggang doon lang yung budget mo, di ba, hanggang doon lang. Kasi you're saving for something else. And then, explore other ways to make extra money. So kanina, di ba, sinabi ko nga, if you created something, no, you should also save for something that in the future, di ba, in the future, yung sinave mo na yan, you can also use to create another way to earn income. Pwede yan sa savings, no? Pwede yan sa isang investment na magbibigay sa'yo ng interest na more interest or more earnings, di ba? And there are a lot of ways to actually save money. Now, financially responsible Pinoys, no, they do their best to manage their income, to save money. So there are a lot of ways to save money. Pwede yan sa stock market, pwede yan sa property, pwede yan sa business. It's up to you. But actually, here at FAMI, no, we have a lot of advocacies. We have a lot of webinars. We have a lot of teaching. We actually go different places to teach Filipino how to save their money. And actually, sometimes we go, we join actually Metrobank Foundation to teach, no, to teach the urban people how to save. Even co-ops, we teach them how to save. We even go to schools, no, to teach young people how to save money. And in this advocacy, marami po, you can actually join our advocacy and you can start even you yourself, no, you can start your own savings, and that will actually help you plan for your future. Now, to discuss further with our advocacies, allow me to share, allow me to turn over to Miss Charlotte. Okay, one moment.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah. So that's correct, Marky, no? So in order for us to invest, we really have to have funds muna talaga. So it's very essential for us to save money. Ngayon, ano ba yung mga ways natin in order for us to save money? Actually, marami naman. If I'm sure most of us, meron mga na-pass down yan na traditions from our grandparents, from our parents. So, for example lang, in order for you to save money, as you've mentioned earlier, you have to track down your expenses. So, doon mo makikita, teka parang mas malaki yung expenses na napupunta natin sa, for example, nakikita mo parang mas madami yung purchase natin for expensive coffee or lunch outs. You can buy or look for cheaper or alternatives na nowadays kasi ang dami ng coffee shop na mas cheaper yung price but the quality is the same with the branded coffee shops. And also, for the lunch outs, if hindi naman natin talaga maaalis, yung lunch out tayo, lalakakain tayo sa labas, at least we could lessen naman. Now, if there are no occasions to celebrate, pwede naman na tayong mag-cook ng meals natin at home. Another way is if you are near supermarkets or malls, you can walk instead using your car o kaya naman use public transportation kasi it could save you money for gas, also for parking. Sa mga malls may parking yan though may fixed rate sila per hour. But of course, you can save, for example, on a monthly basis, di ba? You go to supermarkets or you do your groceries 2 times a month. So, yung gas, yung amount na mag-save mo doon, you can put it sa savings mo din. Now, our elders used to save money by keeping an envelope. Diba? Sino dyan yung gano'n, naabutan nila, yung kanilang mga parents or grandparents, diba? Na nagtatabi ng money sa sobre o kaya naman sa cabinet. Type 1 if naabutan, type 2 if a different version of saving money na. Ayan. Yan, mostly talaga yung nakasanayan kasi talaga ng mga elders natin is yung magugulat ka na lang pag naglinis ka ng cabinet, may mga nakatagong money, di ba? Doon sa cabinet. So, more likely, yun talaga yung dati talaga, nag-iipon, nakasobre, magugulat ka na lang, may nakatago doon. Nowadays, ang uso ngayon sa mga bata, tinuturo natin is yung alkansya. Alkansya, saving for kids, alkansya naman, o kaya meron nauuso ngayon yung mga square na alkansya, tapos bills yung hinuhulog. But there is a more efficient way in saving. So, pwede nating ipasok yung money natin sa banks. So, this is another way of saving your monies, especially for sa banks kasi, di ba nag-offer din niya ng higher interest rate or high interest rate when you reach certain amounts of money in your account. And usually ang mga bank, mayroon silang feature that under that main account, you can create sub-accounts. So dito na papasok yung creation mo ng sub-account for savings for medicine, savings for tuition fee, savings for investment, yan. Savings for your emergency fund. What I like dito sa banks natin nowadays is that when you put your money in the bank, when you have sub-accounts, you can also directly invest using yung bank account mo without going pa sa branch. Normally or before, in a tradition manner, kailangan pumunta ng branch. Fill up ka ng form, sign ka ng form. Okay, pero ngayon, you can purchase online. Diba? I personally use that feature. So I have this sub-account for investing in different types of channels. One is, yun nga, I have investment in, yan. I personally invest also in FirstMetroSec. Okay? So investing in mutual fund, it is very accessible. We have apps na hindi na kailangan pumunta ng branch. You can purchase it online. Together with your savings, directly invest para hindi lang nakatago yung pera mo, nag-grow din siya at the same time. Okay? But, with, first, I would like to introduce FirstMetroSec. No? FirstMetroSec is our advocacy talaga is to turn savers to investors. So talagang we go around the country to conduct financial literacies like this one para ma-encourage tayo na mag-invest lalo. Okay? So, in order for us to meet yung investment natin for generation, of course, we have to determine first, ano ba yung suitable na type of mutual fund? Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na different investor profile. So we have conservative, moderate, and aggressive. So more likely, if we are to invest for our future generations, we are the moderate and aggressive investors. So more likely, ang investment natin is 3 years to 5 years to 5 years long-term investment. In order for us to invest, of course, we need to identify ano ba yung goals natin. So within a year, so more likely ito yung mga short term. For 1 to 5 years, ito naman yung travels, or if you want to get married. Ayan, so yan yung short term to medium term goal natin. But since we are aiming to buy a house or set up an education fund, retirement fund para sa mga anak or apo natin, ayan, we are eyeing for the medium to long-term goals, which is yung plan natin at least invest in 5 years. Now, each goals need to be matched with the right strategy. For 1 year, more likely you are to invest in money market. For 1 to 2 years, investment natin yan under bonds, bond funds, or balance fund. But we are aiming for investing in generation, so our goal is more than 5 years. So invest tayo sa stocks, equity funds, and real estate. Now, yeah. We have 2 products actually that we can offer in First Metro Asset. So this is aligned with the Filipino values or traditions na meron tayo o yung kinasanayan talaga ng mga Filipinos when it comes to savings and investing. First is the Save and Learn Fixed Income Fund. So this one is short term and in the diverse portfolio, also conservative. And another reason for looking for a FAMI, looking for mutual fund is yun nga, diversification. Even if we have thousands or millions of money, when you buy stocks kasi directly sa market, you cannot buy too many stocks at the same time kasi meron tayong mga board lots na tinatawag. Now, when you invest in mutual funds, you will have more access to investments that are offered to larger institutions. And so this is the portfolio allocation of the Save and Learn Fixed Income Fund. As you can see, dito papasok yung pagiging wais ng mga Pilipino. No? It's like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. You purchase one fund, but you are investing in different bonds. Okay, dun papasok yung pagiging wais natin. So you can see the right company allocation. Another reason why most of fellow men save instead of investing is the risk. Natatakot sila na baka mawala yung pera. Now, in mutual funds, as I have mentioned, it helps them to stop investing in one basket only. So, yun nga, that when you lose the basket, lahat na ng pera mo mawawala. And syempre, ayaw naman natin mangyari yon. So, our elders' practice is is that they save more in order for them to save more. So, ayan. With another fund that is very suitable for us is the Save and Learn Focus Dynamic Fund. Since we are aiming for investing in generation, for this one, ang gusto ng mga Pilipino is yung habang kumikita ka, may pinagkakakitaan ka pang iba. Diba? Tama? No, when you invest in mutual funds, these are managed by relationship managers or fund managers natin that is very expert in the market. No? If ikaw kasi yung gagawa nito, it will take you time, effort. But when you invest in mutual fund, sila na yung bahalang gumawa nun for you. So they are trained to manage millions to billions of pesos of asset. Now, syempre, as Filipinos, for us, it's very hard na ipagkakatiwala mo yung money mo, di ba, with someone else. Tapos, ikaw, aantayin mo na lang kumita ka. But with invest in mutual funds, you are confident that you trust your money to experts. So, ang mangyayari, syempre, if you have your day job, you cannot manage to check the market, monitor your stocks, check offers or T-bills or bonds. It is very efficient for us that we earned and focus on our career, but on the other hand, someone is managing our investments for us. So, yun nga, pagiging wais talaga. Kasi you're saving time, at the same time, you're earning more than dun sa kinikita mo. Nagagawa mo yung gusto mo, you can focus on your career, but at the same time, meron kang assets na nag-grow over time. Okay? So, Save and Learn Focus Dynamic Fund is suitable for us. This is for long-term investing natin. So, this is good for at least 5 years investment. All right. So as you can see the company allocation on the right side. So another reason is that when we purchase mutual funds, it is very cost efficient. Okay, it's very cost efficient because mutual funds are tax-free. Kasi yung mga funds na binibili or yung mga shares na binibili natin is may tax na siya. So imagine that if you do it yourself, when you redeem your proceeds or your investment, kapag ikaw mismo yung nag-invest nun, yung tax na ibabawas sa'yo, yung withdrawal fee, yung tax kapag nag-redeem ka. But when you invest in mutual funds, walang tax. Kasi nga, tax na yung binibili nating shares. So, imagine with these funds, it can help you transform and grow your assets, saving for a longer period of time na pwede mong ipamana, no, para ipamana sa mga anak mo. Okay? At the same time, pag nasa kanila na, mamanahin din ng mga anak nila. As long as, of course, you pass down the traditional or the values that was discussed earlier or the tips that was discussed earlier. So save, spend wisely. So if pag ganyan, you can check the prices. Another tip for that is when you go to the groceries, huwag magsama ng mga anak. Kasi laging, Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that, diba? Another tip is that when you do your groceries, always buy yung nasa top of the shelf or lower part ng shelf. Kasi yung nasa gitna, yung very eye-catching kasi kapag nasa gitna yan, automatic yan yung mga branded. But yung mga nasa top of the shelf, same quality but in a lower price. Okay? So you pass down all those values, all those tips to your children, at the same time, make it a habit. Diba? Kasi it's very important na after we learn this, is we apply. The problem is, natutunan nga natin, but there is no application. Correct? It is very important na alam natin kung paano natin siya i-apply. At the same time, alam natin kung paano siya papanatiliin na nakakasanayan talaga natin siya. Alright? So, with that, save more so that we can invest more, so that we can invest for the future of our generations. Go back to you, JP.
All right. Thank you for that, Miss Charlotte, for that very wonderful and very inspiring presentation. Same goes as well to Sir Marky for that very eye-opening examples when it comes to personal finance. And again, thank you for sharing as well how Filipinos can actually prepare for their future by investing for generations through the FAMI funds that you have actually highlighted. And I for all our attendees here, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the Q&A panel of Zoom. We will have a live portion later after the presentation. But before we go there, let's give our guest speakers a moment to grab a glass of water and take a quick breather before they answer your questions. And at this time, I'd like to take this opportunity to guide how you can actually access the funds of FAMI in FundSmart, the one-stop shop for investment funds within the First MetroSec platform. So I prepared here. Again, first you have to log into your First MetroSec account. So you can access via our classic website, the My website or the Pro platform. And just log in. So again, that tells you that you need to have an account with us for you to access those funds in the platform. So after logging into your account, you will see this uh, platform. So you know us, no? First MetroSec, our main bread and butter is really stock trading, but we have actually expanded our services to also cover for those people who would like to invest in funds or those professionally managed funds such as those from FAMI. So to access that, you need to go to the top right portion. Maybe it will be best to share my laser pointer. So you can see that here actually, you can click on funds. So after clicking funds, it will redirect you to FundSmart. Again, it's our one-stop shop for investment funds. And you can see here all the funds that FAMI actually offer. No, I think right now in this session, we focused on the fixed income fund and the focused dynamic fund, but they actually have other offerings as well, no, that you might consider, such as let's say a parking facility like First Metro Save and Learn Money Market Fund. If you'd like to track the performance of the index, you can also consider their First Metro Save and Learn PH Index Fund. And if you are an aggressive investor, you want to have better returns than the average, you can also consider Save and Learn Equity Fund. Again, they have tons of offering for you that I hope you really consider, no? And to highlight our fund for this evening, for example, nagustuhan nyo po si First Metro Save and Learn Focus Dynamic Fund, you can just click on that fund and it will redirect you to the fund profile. So in the fund profile, you'll be able to see all the pertinent details about that fund. I highly encourage you to read the overview so that you'll be know what you are investing into. So as you can see, this is a balanced fund. So it has exposure both in stocks and in bonds. But as mentioned by Ms. Charlotte a while ago, the fund manager has the option to tilt the portfolio depending on how he sees the bond or the equities market moving forward. And yeah, it's a balanced fund. And as you can see here, it's peso denominated, so you can invest in peso. And imagine the minimum investment if you're going to invest through First MetroSec is only 1,000 pesos. So ibig sabihin yan, you can start with 1,000. That's also our minimum initial funding to open an account. And if you're going to add, no, the minimum is also 1,000. And personally, I recommend that you invest regularly. Depende how frequent you'd like, be it like quarterly or monthly, but I prefer the monthly so you can take advantage of the swings of the market. But very affordable, 1,000 pesos lang po. And yun, to encourage long-term investing, there's a minimum holding period of 180 days for this specific fund. And again, you have the decision if you're going to redeem your shares anytime, but if it's within the minimum holding period, there's an early redemption fee of 1%. So as well, for example, if you're going to, since this is a professionally managed fund and there's no free lunch, there's also a very minimal na management fee of 1.875. But this one is already imputed on the NAV, or the net asset value of the share. No, so imagine right now it's the NAV for Sal Focus is only 0.2322. So imagine 1,000 pesos divided by 0.2322, those will be the number of shares that you will be able to buy for Sal Focus. And as you can see, they have actually been performing really well. The percentage change year to date is already around 21.95%. And year on year, that's changed in 1 year, that's 22.73%. When I checked like last time, I just want to highlight, no, ako, I'm very proud of our sister company, si FAMI, because I think, no, please correct me if I'm wrong, but 2023, for the full year, I think out of the balance fund category, they outperform other balance funds. And even year to date, if I'm not mistaken, they are also the top performing. And yun, when you look at as well the other funds that's second and third part, they have a little bit of premium na, kumbaga if 21% si Salfocus, medyo malayo yung kasunod. So recently they have been performing really well. You can see the price performance here, no? But again, as a disclosure, past performance is no guarantee of future returns. All right, so yan, if you'd like Sal Focus, no, as what's highlighted tonight, you can just click on the subscribe button here. It's very easy. Just click on that, then it will redirect you to the instruction page. You just indicate automatically na yan, Sal Focus. Then the minimum to invest is only 1,000, so you can go higher, no, but the minimum is 1,000. You just need to enter your password after you click this subscribe button. All right, so I hope you found value in this webinar, and I hope during my time was able to share with you how you can actually invest in the funds of FAMI. And I hope you consider all of their offering, which is best suited for you. Now, if you found value in this session, I'd like to invite you as well to kick off the Burr months, right? Whether you are a newbie or seasoned investor, we got just what you need. So don't miss the chance to power up your investing skills so you can end the year on a high note. We're already done today with our collaboration webinar with FAMI, which is about investing for generations. But I'd also like to invite you to our upcoming event this Thursday, which is Avoid the Pitfalls, Real Investment Horror Stories. Now, and this will be conducted by my teammate, Ms. Tara De Rampaton. So I hope you get to register. Go to our Facebook page and register to this session. Now, you can also invite us for a free and exclusive tailor-made learning programs and our briefings, no, for your company, school, organization, or clients. FAMI and FirstMetroSec has the same advocacy, no? So if you think in your specific organization, you'd like us both, FirstMetroSec and FAMI, to conduct the sessions for you, please do let us know. But either way, whether you just want FAMI or you just want FirstMetroSec, we're happy that you'd like to learn more about investing. And should you decide to invest in the future, we'd like to let you know that with FirstMetroSec, you only need one account for all your investment needs. You can gain access to your portfolio using your desktop, laptop, tablets, and even your mobile phones. And with your FirstMetroSec account, you can trade PSE stocks, real estate investment trusts, exchange traded funds, invest in mutual funds like those of FAMI, and even bonds. And we're actually doing pretty well. We have received multiple awards and global recognitions. I don't have to go through them one by one. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our existing clients. I think many of you here are. And this is actually more of you than us, no? So because without your support and your feedback, we would not have gotten these awards, and this is actually for you. And we recently also breached our 30-year mark, no? So we have been in operations for 30 years. So I hope you stay with us as we try to innovate and offer more solutions for you. Now, for those of you who have yet to have an account with us, the account opening process is also very convenient because you don't have to visit our office, you don't have to fill out any forms. You just need to download our app, FirstMetroSec Go. You can access that via Google Play or Apple App Store, and you can click sign up now. And all you need to do, very familiar, complete the online registration form, upload your requirements, upload these basic like government issued ID, proof of address, proof of bank account, specimen signatures, and also your minimum initial funding, which is only 1,000 pesos. And that 1,000 pesos, you can actually use that to invest in funds like Salfocus or any of the Save and Learn funds of FAMI. And if you'd like us to when the system asks you how did you learn about us, please input funds 101 so that we know that you came from this webinar. Again, the code is funds 101. If you'd like to learn more about us, we're all over social media. Just scan this QR code, but we are in Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, X, and on YouTube. And for your friends who would like to watch the recording of this video, they can check it out on our YouTube channel, probably within the week. And yan. And with that, I'd like to ask as well our attendees. I think I've given you more than enough time to queue in your questions and formulate for our live Q&A. But while you're doing that, we want to hear your feedback as well. So we want to know how we did, where we did good, and how we can further improve. And with this, I'd like to call onto the floor our esteemed guest speakers from Mr. Markey and Miss Charlotte. All right. Let's see po. We have 5 questions already here. So I think I've given them more than enough time na marami tayong nakikita dito. All right.
Yeah.
So we have here a question from Jonathan. So late daw po siya nakapasok. That's okay. His question is, will this be uploaded on your YouTube channel? Yes, Sir Jonathan. Please expect it within the week or early next week. So I was able to answer that live. Next up, from an anonymous attendee, I think Sir Mark or si Miss Charlotte will be able to take this. Is it the right time to buy peso and USD bond fund since BSP is cutting rates? How long should I invest here?
Okay. So thank you very much for that question. Actually, when it comes to timing, you cannot really time the market. When it comes to, is it the right time to invest now? Well, actually, every time naman it's the right time to invest. Ang tanong kasi dyan is, how long do you want to stay? So when it comes to how long, ikaw yung makakasagot niyan, how long do you want to stay? What's the purpose of your investment? Now, is it the right time to come in since BSP is cutting rates? Yes. Dapat ngayon pa lang kasi there will be series of rate cuts. Actually, this either next week or another next month, there will be series of rate cuts. So it's the best time to start now, save now, while hindi pa nagkakat ng rates. At the same time, next year kasi there will be series of rate cuts again. So habang maaga, you start now. Kasi once na nag-cut na ng rates, there will be performance or there will be an upward movement pagdating sa Salfocus, pagdating sa equity-laced funds, and even sa aming fixed income. Why? Kasi our fixed income, meron siyang corporate bonds. So when you say corporate bonds, it is also mark to market. So meaning to say, once na nag-cut ng rates, it will also perform. So habang maaga, habang wala pa, mura pa yan, you start investing na in Salfif or in Salfocus. Now, ang difference lang naman yan, Salfif rather, puro ano lang talaga siya, mga fixed income na component niya. When it comes to Salfocus naman, meron siyang equity, meron siyang cash, meron siyang time deposit, meron siyang fixed income. So ako, kung tatanungin which among the two ang dapat kong invest, depende yan sa risk appetite ng investor. Kasi if you think na medyo malikot si Salfocus since meron siyang equity, then might as well you might want to try Salfif or yung fixed income. But if you think you're ready to venture and you want to really have bigger returns in the long run or long-term investment, then go to Salfocus. Kasi if ang goal mo nga is for your generation, start saving now, little by little, no? Sabi nga, he who gathers little by little make it grow. So paunti-unti, as mentioned by JP, 1,000, no? So siguro every payday you set aside 1,000 for this sa Salfocus. So if you do that regularly, siguro by the time na 60, 65, and most likely baka mga 10 years from now yan or 20 years from now, more likely yung funds mo already performed. Kasi sa equity naman, if meron kang mga 10 years or 20 years na nakapag-invest ka nun, the performance of equity talaga upward yan. Kasi previously meron pinakita si JP na slides in our previous webinar. The performance of PSE, yung stock market, pag tinignan mo siya long term, upward naman talaga siya. So, is it the right time to invest now? Yes. Habang wala pang susunod na rate cuts. Ayan. I hope I answered the question.
Right, thank you for that, Sir Marky. And if I may add to that point by Sir Marky, I remember this quote as well that sometimes it's better to consider that it's better to be invested, no, your sometimes the time in the market beats timing the market. So there's that adage, no, and I think very applicable. Again, this is for investors who have a long-term perspective, because if you're going to time the market, I'm assuming that you're quite a short-term investor, then it's something really boils down to your risk tolerance, what's your time horizon. But it really depends. Like for me, if I can share my personal experience, my portfolio that's invested in equities is something for retirement. And retirement, it's decades from now, so I'll be able to weather the risk. And likely in the decades to come, there will be instances that the BSP will be cutting rates or increasing rates, no? But my general investment strategy is just always be buying and keep it in the long term, and invest, no? As I mentioned, time in the market beats timing the market. All right, so I hope that was able to resonate to some of you. Here's another question po from an anonymous attendee. Do you have fund that switch between assets, like maganda ang stock market, doon siya naka-invest? If hindi masyado, mag-switch siya to bonds. Meron po ba tayong ganun, Sir Marky or Miss Charlotte?
Actually, yung Salfocus, yan yung classic example ng isang fund that switches from fixed income to equity. So kasi Salfocus is a dynamic fund, no. Our fund managers, they have this flexibility to really switch from fixed income to equity to bonds. Right now the exposure is at 82, and the remaining is 82 is equity, and then the remaining is with fixed income, cash, and time deposit. So as you can see, before it was actually 70-30. So they have that flexibility to switch or to convert as question, but it's actually switching the exposure of the fund. Yeah.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Marky. Here's another from chat box, but this was directed to host and panelist only. We have here, he is asking, I tried to subscribe to MBHI Div or Salfocus, but the system prompts me to redirect to the Metrobank website. So, hindi ba siya pwede subscribe directly dito sa FirstMetroSec, sir? Kailangan ba pupunta sa branch para mag-subscribe? I think, sir, to the attendee, no? Kasi direct question, baka she doesn't like to be named, but I think you're referring to subscription in MBHI Div, which is actually a Metrobank UITF. And for that, we direct you to the Metrobank branch near you or wherever your account is, no? So you can get that from them. But let me know po if you experience the same kasi sinaman po dito yung sal focus kasi I think you should not be experiencing that. So please send us a screenshot if meron para mapacheck namin sa back office. So yun, I hope I answered your question. Balik po tayo dito sa Q&A. So we have here another anonymous attendee. Do you have a FAMI fund po that is focused on high dividend PSE stocks? How about high dividend US stocks? So do we have that, Sir Marky or Miss Charlotte?
That question, JP, we have SALFIN or Philippine Index Fund, but yes, and FMETF, but our fund managers, they check kasi different opportunities kung saan mas malaki yung magiging income, not just focus on stocks or equities na high paying ng dividend. So, depende kasi siya kung ano yung umaakyat sa market. So, doon nakafocus yung fund managers natin. So,
Alright.
But as for the fund that has
dollar.
dividend paying, siguro as of this moment, we're still
working on it.
We're still working on it. It will be available soon, but not very soon.
Oh, ayun, may ano tayo, may insight tayo sa mga possible na pwedeng additional offering ni FAMI, no? So, yan. So,
Yep. Looking into that, but as for the availability, not too soon.
yeah. All right. Thank you for sharing that, Sir Marky and Miss Charlotte. So again, if I may add to that, no, to the anonymous attendee who asked, I think it's very important that you look at the investment objective. When you look at the hold on, maybe but medyo malayo na, but when you look at the fund profile, may part po doon na investment objective. When you read that investment objective, try to check po if aligned po siya doon sa investment goals ninyo. All right? So, ayan. So, I think we were able to answer that. So, we have here another question from anonymous attendee. What's the percentage rate or fee of mutual fund? Do we get to invest the 1,000 pesos or mababawasan siya because of the fees? I think I can take the second question, Sir Marky, tapos maybe you can share about management fee for the first question. So again, I think this is one of the advantages if you are an existing FirstMetroSec client, because if you're going to subscribe through FirstMetroSec, we have a zero sales charge feature. So what does that mean? When you invest 1,000 pesos, the whole 1,000 pesos will be invested. There's no, we call that sometimes front end sales load or sales charge. So if you're going to do that through FirstMetroSec, there's no sales charge. So imagine if you're going to invest regularly and over the long term, try to imagine how much you're going to save because of that zero sales charge feature. Now, while you are invested, I think this is your first question. What is the percentage rate or fee of the mutual fund? Maybe Sir Marky or Miss Charlotte can share about management fees.
Okay, for the management fee, actually it depends no on which fund you will be investing. But usually ang range lang naman niya is around 1 to 1.6. So depending on which fund you are investing. So different fund have different management fee.
Yeah, and you can check those information as well in the fund profile. So there's a section there about management fee. But again, try to imagine that that's only less than 2% for the effort that's being done in order to maintain the portfolio. So yeah, that's what you're going to weigh around as well. So ayan, so
At saka if I may add, JP, actually yung management fee, hindi naman na siya binabawas after you withdraw or when you redeem. It's already embedded in the NAV PS. So once you visit or you ask for a statement of account, So most likely, no, yun na yung range. But of course, it will depend on the time you decided to redeem kasi forward pricing tayo.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that, Sir Marky. So I guess we have here some other question, but not that related to our current topic. But if there's none already, I think we can take some of them. But very quick lang. Here's a question from anonymous attendee. Nakikita po ba dyan sa platform kung alin ang dividend paying funds? For now, not yet, because right now it's only distributed whether it's a money market fund, balance fund, equity fund, or a equity fund. So, ganun pa lang po yung classification niya. No? So, for now, hindi po. So, I was able to answer that. And ito, another, even though this is a Fund Smart Learning series, but there's an anonymous attendee asking how to invest in REITs on FirstMetroSec Go. So, for REITs is a stock, no? So, you'll need to buy that at the market. So, you go to your stock portfolio, enter a trade that you're going to buy, enter the stock code of the REIT that you'd like. So, depende na ano ba gusto mo, A-REIT, M-REIT, or RCR. Then, yun, like any other stock, you can buy it at market. So, don't want to dabble much on this because this is a little bit off the topic, but I hope I was able to share with you a bit. No? Ayan, so thank you so much. I guess that covers. Ayan, may pahabol po na question. From an anonymous attendee, for money market funds, what is the practical shortest time horizon to invest po? Go ahead, Sir Marky or Miss Charlotte.
For money market fund, actually the I'll just share the minimum holding period because it's actually 7 days only minimum holding period. Now, when it comes to time horizon to invest, as earlier discussed, no, it will depend on your goal or the reason why you're saving. And yun, doon talaga siya magde-depend if you want to stay. But if you want to stay longer, I just want to encourage na not to really invest in money market. No, I'm just discouraging investing in money market right now since there will be series of rate cuts. So if you want to stay longer anyway, start na lang with self-if or self-focus. Not because yun yung ating product focus, no, for today. It's because rates will be going down in the future or in the near future, like this month, next month, or next year, series of rate cuts. Investing in money market, medyo magkakaroon ka ng disadvantage kasi by the end of the year, rates will be going down. So sayang naman you just invested in money market. So most likely bababa na rin yung performance nun. So yun lang yung a little bit of discouragement when it comes to investing in money market. Yun nga, depende pa rin sa goal. But if you will stay longer anyway, start na lang with self-if or self-focus kasi minimum holding period lang nun is 6 months. And as mentioned with the series of rate cuts, most likely that investment will really do well by next year. Ayun. Hope I answered the inquiry.
Yan, thank you for sharing that, Sir Marky. And if I may add just further insights, usually po kasi sa money market fund, it's just a parking facility. So ako, I'll share to you how I personally use it. Number one, let's say I receive dividends from my stock investment. Tapos yung dividends that I earn, parang wala pa akong nagustuhan na paglagyan ulit. So what I do is instead of just the cash dividend staying on my buying power sa FirstMetroSec, I park it in a money market fund. So sa money market fund, it's not a place for you to really grow a lot, no? It's just a place for you to park it and make it grow a bit, no? Because growing a bit, it's better than growing zero, no? Kasi pag nasa buying power, it's not earning you anything, no? Buti pa i-park sa money market para at least kumita siya konti. And by the time na may nakita kang opportunity, you can just easily redeem your money market fund shares and redeploy it wherever you feel fit, no, for your specific na investment na napili. Okay, so yan, it's a parking facility. So yan, ako personally, I use that as well sa sa yung annual insurance payments. Kasi sa akin, I found out that if you're going to pay your insurance annually, mas nakakatipid ka. Pero I make it part of my monthly budget kasi I consider it as an expense. Pero instead of just letting it sit somewhere na it will not grow, I'd rather invest that in a money market fund to make it earn. So ang ginagawa ko for 12 months, may nilalagay ako sa money market fund every month. And every time I pay for my annual premium sa insurance, I just redeem the shares enough to pay for my premium, and usually may natitira po talaga siyang konti representing the growth doon sa. So at least nakatipid ka na by the mode of payment, nakatipid ka pa because you invested into something that grows a bit. Alright? So yun lang some personal insights na baka magamit ninyo. Okay, so yan, I think we covered all the questions. Very grateful for very participative and engaging participants. No? So thank you so much to the 31 participants who stayed all throughout, and I hope you really learned a lot, and I hope this webinar was eye-opening for you to invest for the future. No? And again, when it comes to investing, it's really about time in the market rather than timing the market. And you can explore the funds of FAMI offered. No? So thank you so much, everyone, and have a pleasant night ahead. Thank you, Sir Marky and Miss Charlotte.
Thank you.
Stay safe, everyone.
Ingat po at may bagyo.
Bye-bye.